Hello, and thanks for joining me. In my last few videos, I showed you a bit of what we were up to on our vacation to France and Belgium, but we're back in Datça and just in time for some beautiful weather. Spring is most certainly here, and there are signs of it all over the place. I'm always impressed with the variety of flowers here in Datça throughout the year, and this spring has been no exception. I had the time to take quite a few nice walks recently and really soak in the colors of the season. The natural beauty here is exceptional, and so I always look for ways to take advantage, even if it's just by enjoying a simple walk in the village. More recently, a new cafe opened up in Reşadiye village. I saw the work being done on this old stone building, which is quite typical here in the village, and I was happy to see a nice place like this open up and breathe some new life into the oldest village in Datça. So my husband and I decided to check it out. I think the owner did a great job at creating a welcoming and relaxing atmosphere in this casual cafe. There are a variety of coffee drinks, teas, and cold beverages, along with a few sandwiches and salads. My husband had an espresso drink, and then I tried a latte. The drinks were really great and reasonably priced compared to other places that I've been to in the area. And our Frenchy Fig thoroughly enjoyed the coffee shop vibes while we had a little fun playing with some games that they had spread throughout. Datça is a small seaside town in a more remote location in Turkey, and some of the villages are a bit further out. So we decided to try out the bus system on this day from the village of Reşadiye to downtown Datça. This bus route runs once every hour and 15 minutes, so it's not that frequent, and I'm curious to learn if maybe during the summer months it runs more frequently with it being busier. But pricing was reasonable at about 60 cents a person. They don't accept cash though, so you just have to make sure that you have a card handy if you plan on taking the bus here. Public transportation in the US is fairly non-existent outside of very populated cities. Here in Turkey, it seems that even the smallest towns have bus routes going to and from larger cities at the very least, which I really appreciate. weather's been so pleasant this spring, so we decided to head to the waterfront to take in a little sun and wind that always seems to be blowing in Datça. It's so nice to enjoy the waterfront walkway at this time of year before it's filled with tourists. And I prefer this weather to the heat of summer anyhow, so I have to take advantage of this opportunity while it lasts. We usually like to stop at one of these municipality-run food and drink stands located by the waterfront to get a drink, and on this day we also had a little bite to eat just to test it out. Back at home, our little bocce is thriving. We still have lots of lemons left on the tree, even though we eat usually 1 to 2 a day. I don't know how I'm ever going to go through all of these, so I'll have to find some creative ways to use them up. And while there are no more oranges on the orange tree, there are lots of blossoms, and their lovely scent has been filling the air. I had no idea that orange blossoms gave off so much fragrance. Evening walks just before sunset in the village are one of my favorite activities to do here. This evening we ran into the cutest little Pomeranian named Polly, who was also enjoying his evening stroll. His owner let me hang on to him, and it was honestly like cradling a little teddy bear. He didn't even seem real. Fig was very jealous. Besides dogs and cats, we also spot all sorts of creatures out on our walks, like sheep and goats, chickens, and more, usually just roaming freely. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this little video. I really appreciate it. I have more adventures planned for here in Turkey, so if you'd like to see more from my perspective as an American living in Turkey, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and giving this video a thumbs up. Until next time, thanks!